How's it going? I'm Anthony, and these are stories of my life. For those of you just joining us for the first time, these videos are a cognitive therapy tool for me. I've taken some head injuries over the years, and I'm suffering the cognitive deficiencies because of it, including memory loss. And the doctors have suggested that I make these videos, one, to preserve the memories I still have, but two, to hopefully inspire some of you to provide me with details I may have lost, or even remind me of events I've completely forgotten. So, in which case, then I can either make a whole new video or even remake the video I already made with some of the new details. And that is essentially what I'm doing with this particular video. I have told this story in a previous video I made years ago. So for some of you, if it sounds familiar, that's why. But it is worth redoing, as it is my favorite childhood memory. So I think you'll get a kick out of it. At any rate, the event in this video took place in 1989. I was 11 years old, and I was with my friend Adam Sokolowski. Now, not much had changed between the events of the last video and now, so I really don't need to cover any backstory on that other than Adam. I think I met Adam in elementary school somewhere. I don't remember if there was a specific place or what, but I met him there. And Adam lived about 5, 6, maybe even 7 blocks away from where I lived at 2917 Gertrude Street. And I used to go to Adam's house a lot, and I'd ride my bike over there. My mom never knew I was riding my bike over there because she would have flipped her lid, but I'd tell my mom I'm out bike riding, and I'd ride all the way over to Adam's house. And Adam's house was backed up to the train tracks in Riverside, where if you went over the back fence, that was the train tracks. And we used to go. I don't remember much about what we would do at Adam's house. I know I used to pick on his sister Crystal all the time, and hang out with his mom and dad. And they used to make arrowheads, kind of as a hobby, and I think they would sell them. But I don't remember much else beyond that, other than this. So, in Adam's backyard, his dad was building what we thought at the time was a clubhouse for Adam and Crystal. And to be honest, it probably was the beginnings of a casita in the back. But, because it had a concrete base, it had all the proper framing, but it wasn't finished, so Adam and Crystal would use it as a little clubhouse. And it was a good size, and it actually was 2 floors. I don't remember how we got up to the second floor. I don't remember if there was a ladder or stairs or what, but we'd always get up there. The base level was enclosed in that it had plywood all the way around it. There was no windows in it, so you could actually climb in and out of the windows or just walk through the door. But the second level wasn't finished in that way yet. It only had a little bit of plywood around the bottom of it to kind of act as a railing so we wouldn't fall out of it. And then it also had like a plywood roof to kind of keep the elements off of the rest of it. But that was it. So otherwise it was totally open. And from that second level, you could see over the fences into either the train tracks or even the neighbors' yards. And thinking about this just cracks me up. But the neighbor, if you're looking at Adam's house, the neighbor on the right is the neighbor in question for this video. If you're in the back looking at Adam's house, is the neighbor on the left. But anyway, so we're up in this clubhouse, second level, just Adam and I. And we happen to look over into the neighbor's house, and we see him sitting out in his backyard. He's probably late 20s, maybe early 30s. But we see him laying out in his backyard on a lounge chair, butt-ass naked. Butt-ass naked. And we're laughing about it, kind of hiding behind one of the plywood panels. And I get this brilliant idea that we should throw something at him and see if we can hit him. And Adam had a whole bunch of, I believe they were tangerines, trees that were all around his backyard. So there's tons of them. It just was the perfect time of the year for it. And so Adam's all for the idea, so we jump down and we run around and collect as many tangerines as we can, and load them all up in the in the upper level. So once we felt like we've stockpiled enough ammo, and I don't know why we felt the need to stockpile ammo, because it was the original idea was just to throw one thing at this guy, but maybe we knew it was coming. So we stockpiled some ammo and got back up there, and then out of nowhere, Adam and I are like, okay, so we each get one, get ready, set, throw, and we huck him. Now Adam, I don't remember if Adam played baseball or not, but dude had a freaking throw on him. Adam could throw. My throws were not bad. I could hit a fair, decent target, but Adam was like a pitcher, man. Anyway, so we throw at this guy, and we duck. And we're just laughing. We kind of peek to see if we can see the guy. And now the guy's sitting up in his chair. He's like, what the hell? Where did that come from? You can't figure out where it came from. He probably had his eyes closed or something while he was laying there. And then we're like, okay, as soon as he wasn't looking again, Adam and I throw another volley at him. We duck back down, and we wait, and pop back up. And now, the dude is standing up, looking around. Like, what the hell? Butt-ass naked in his backyard, looking around, trying to figure out where all this came from. And finally, on the third throw, the guy happened to have his back to us. And then Adam and I throw again. I think at this point, Adam hit him. And we drop back down. And dude figures out where we are. And I know that because it was on the fourth volley that we popped up and we almost got hit. Because all of a sudden, these tangerines just start flying, coming in with some force. And so much force that when they hit either the wood panel we were hiding behind or hit the ceiling behind us, that they would explode and just cover us in tangerine juice. And those fly in, and then Adam and I would start throwing back, and we separate to different sides of the clubhouse, and so that way the guy's got to figure out who he's aiming at. And it just ended up being this long ass tangerine fight. We're throwing at him, and he'd go pick up whatever tangerines that we threw, just running around grabbing them, dong flopping everywhere and throwing them back at us. And this guy, I guess, figured out that he wasn't going to hit us because we had cover from the plywood. So he was throwing them and hitting the ceiling above us so that the things would explode and rain down. And by the time it ended, Adam and I had never been hit, but we were soaked. Like, we were soaked in tangerine juice. Anyway, so the fight just keeps going and going and going. And like I said, this guy was throwing so hard that when these tangerines exploded, we couldn't really use them again because they just were in pieces. And but we'd go around and collect more ammo and bring them back up there and just keep throwing and keep throwing. After a while, we realized we were running pretty out of ammo. So, like, what do we do? I look around and I happen to see that one of the tangerine trees was hanging over the fence into the where the train tracks were, and there was still a whole bunch of tangerines on that side. So like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go grab that. So I tell Adam what I'm doing. Adam's like, okay, so I'll just keep him busy. So I jump down and I climb the fence and hop over, and I go running over, and the guy hadn't seen what I was doing, because I was trying to be sneaky about it. And as I'm collecting these tangerines, I'm loading them up in my shirt so I can carry them back to Adam. And as I'm doing that, all of a sudden I realize, like, I've got a perfect view of this guy's right side, like, so his right flank. And it occurs to me, like, shit, I can hit him from here. And so I run a bunch of these back to Adam, lob them over to Adam, kind of explain my plan. And I was like, okay, cool, let's do that. So I get back over the fence, and I run over to where I've got a clear view of this guy from the flank. And until I give Adam the signal, and Adam just starts beaning at this guy. And I think he even hit him once or twice. And the guy's throwing back at Adam. And once I see that he's focused on Adam, I jump up and I start flinging these things at him. And I hit the guy. Boom, boom, boom. Got a couple good hits, 2-3 good hits on him. And now the guy's like, what the hell? Trying to figure out where the second volley came from. And then he realizes that I'm over here and Adam's over here. And so he turns and he's throwing them at me, throwing them at Adam, and I'm throwing them back. So at one point, this is the best part. At one point, he turns and he throws at me, and Adam has a clear view of him because the guy is not focused on Adam anymore. So now Adam is able to jump up, stand up, full pitcher stance, wind up, throws this thing. And dude is totally exposed. And Adam hits him square in the pecker with this rocket of a shot. Square in the pecker. And you could hear it hit. It actually had a thwack to it. Dude grabbed his crotch, let out like a squeal, and then dropped to his knees, and then finally fell down onto one of his hands. And he's laying there, and he's got his head towards me, right? So that means his entire left side is facing Adam. So Adam's got this beautiful view of naked man's profile down on his knees and on one hand. And Adam again stands up in pitcher stance, just throwing him. And he's just beating this guy on the left side. You can hear them hit. Bop, bop, bop. I jump up and I'm throwing and I'm hitting the guy on the shoulders and to the top of the head. I had one, I think, skim off his back. And you can hear them hit. The guy's like grunting every time he gets hit. But what was the best part was he was laughing hysterically. He thought it was freaking funny as hell. So finally, he's sitting there in pain, but getting hit and laughing. He finally falls down to his stomach and rolls away. So we just keep up this fight. And finally, we run back over to Adam, and we just keep it up for a little bit. And finally, Adam's mom comes out and calls us in for dinner. And so we have to stand up and tell the guy, oh, we can't play anymore. We got to go in. And the guy stands up, still holding his crotch. It's like, all right, cool, thanks. You know, he was total champ about it, man. It was so funny. So we go running back inside. Oh, God, that was great. Oh, man, funny ass memory. Just Tangerine fight with the naked man. Oh, boy. I hope I never lose that memory. That hands down has got to be my funniest childhood memory. It cracks me up every time I think about it. Oh boy. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope you can see it the way I still can. But yeah, it was funny. Anyway, if it reminded you of anything, please leave it in the comments. Share it with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts and reactions on it. Anyway, thanks for watching.